Hi, I'm Dr. Markeisha McWilliams Henderson, and I'm the instructor for EDUC 6100 Student Athlete Identity. I am actually a GSHED alum as well. I graduated from the doc program in 2013 in higher education administration. And my dissertation research was on the psychosocial transitions of female student athletes as they ended their athletic eligibility. I'm also a sport management professor at the University of West Georgia. I teach undergraduate sport management courses, and I also support our doc students that are obtaining an EDD in school improvement. I typically serve as a methodologist on their dissertation committees. The reason I'm teaching this class is mainly to help student affairs practitioners or aspiring student affairs practitioners about ways they can more effectively address and support student athlete identity issues. Just like any other college student, college is a time for a lot of identity formation. But for student athletes in particular, the uniqueness of their experience poses some threats to their identity development. So we'll spend some time talking about those barriers to identity development for that population of students and ways that it can be addressed. This course has several assignments. The syllabus is posted for you to review. I'll just briefly go over a couple of the assignments and the expectations, but you can read it a lot more thoroughly. And when each module comes up, you'll get a very thorough description of what is expected and how you're graded. But just to go over the syllabus, the first thing that you'll do is create an introduction video, much like what I'm doing right now. I'm literally on my camera phone and I have posted this video to Blackboard for you to view. Doesn't have to be anything special, just 3 minutes or less. Who you are, what role or desired role do you want to pursue in student affairs, and any experience that you have with student athletes. Were you a former student athlete? Do you currently work with them? Do you have limited experience with student athletes? Just a little bit about you and maybe why you are interested in this course in particular would be helpful for me to know. Also, it'll be great for your fellow students to view these videos so that we can get to know each other a little better, considering that a majority of what we'll be doing is online. The next assignment, which is also due this week on May 21st, is the Psychosocial Identity Theory Summary. Rather than bore you with me talking about all the different psychosocial identity theories, it's my understanding that many of you have taken the Student Development Theory class already. So there are a few identity theories that I think will make a good foundation to what we're doing in this class. Each of you will sign up to cover an overview of each of those theories, and you'll post those theories on Blackboard for the rest of the students in the learning community to observe. So basically, you really just need 3 slides if you're going to use PowerPoint, which you don't have to use PowerPoint, but that's probably the most common. But basically, it's 3 slides. The first one is an overview of the tenets of the theory. The second one is an illustration of the model, and you don't have to come up with an original illustration. Usually if you Google the name of the theory and click on images, there'll be some great examples there. Just make sure that you cite anything that you use from an outside source, of course. And then the third slide would be what you would consider a barrier that student athletes may have, or any challenges that student athletes may have with their development in accordance to that theory. Just speculation at this point. We'll dive more into that in subsequent classes. But really, that's what I'm looking for, each of you to just do a quick 3-slide, 3-page bullet point summary of the identity theory. And you can sign up on the class wiki for which theory you're going to cover. Everybody will cover one, and then therefore we'll have all of them summarized without a lot of time wasted doing an overview. Also, during this class, there'll be regular discussion posts where you will respond to a question that I pose, as well as respond to at least one of your classmates. There's also a group project that we'll do during our face-to-face session on Saturday, June 4th. That is an all-day session from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. that ends with a symposium entitled Addressing Barriers to Student Athlete Identity Development in Higher Education. I have invited student affairs practitioners to come observe your presentations, and we'll work throughout the day to develop a strategic plan for addressing identity development issues in student athletes in all facets of campus. And like I said, you'll present those to some student affairs practitioners, and they'll give you some feedback. But everything for that assignment will pretty much just work on the day of. And then finally, we'll end the class with a summation paper on one of the theories. You can pick any one you want and basically do an in-depth paper on that theory and its application to student athlete populations. It'll follow an APA format, APA style guidelines, and should not exceed about 3,000 words. So those are the assignments. It's not a whole lot of work, but it's very thoughtful work, and hopefully you'll get a lot out of the class. Whenever I teach it, I learn something for you, so I am really looking forward to engaging with you in this journey as we learn how to better support this unique population of students. Thank you for listening, and if you have any questions, feel free to send me an email.